We now start off at the area where the Rexes have chosen for a nest. Well, the female Rex did. It's early in the morning, and the female Rex has woken up. Of course, before her baby, because her baby sleeps in late for some reason. She decides to go off to hunt. After she stretches a little bit, she now is going to go off to hunt for some breakfast. An hour later, the young baby awakes. Since this is his first, this is almost his first time walking around, it's kind of hard for him to stand up in this new area. So, he then finds his footing and stands up. He knows that his mother is coming. She always isn't around whenever he first wakes up. And here she comes, dragging something. Something big, it seems. And it turns out to be a huge Dimetrodon. Considering food is plentiful, you can find food anywhere. The baby eats, and an hour or so later, the mother is asleep. The baby seems to be playing with something in the bushes. It's a full-grown monitor lizard. One of the dangers to baby dinosaurs. The female comes and kills it before the lizard has any thought of eating the baby. She then also eats it. But up in the mountains, danger is lurking. This is a huge lake created from rain, and this is the natural dam holding it there. There's about to be a huge disaster. For this, the natural dam has been here for years, but now there's been so much water on it that it is falling apart. This is over 20 foot deep and over 100 feet long. This is a huge basin. There were huge rains up in the mountains that caused all this water to gather up in this basin. Now, as you can see, it's still moving, and water is flowing out. Just barely, but it is flowing. As you can see, the water level is rising. Now, it's rising more. The dam itself is about to burst. And now, here it comes. The dam is about to burst open. And it bursts. The water rushes down the canyon that it leads into, water filling it up immediately. But the path is the female T-Rex and her baby. The female is just standing around while the baby is napping. They feel a shockwave from the crumbling of the dam. This wakes up the baby, who wonders what was going on. It seems to be nothing, so the female goes off to rest. A few minutes later, both of them are asleep. But since they're far down the canyon, it took a while for the water to come. But it is reaching them. They aren't on the main part of the canyon, but they're a breaching side. So the water, of course, would run down here. The water is running under the leaves, but as you can see, the water is now coming. And in a few minutes, it has already risen up to the snout of the baby, who is drowning in his sleep. The mother has woken up and tries to wake up her baby. Once she gets him out of the water, he wakes up, and then in a few more minutes, the water is already up to her knees. Past her knees, actually. Her and the baby are terrified. They cannot move. But, as you can see also, once again, in just a minute, the water has risen up to her belly and up to the baby's head. She's trying to push the baby up onto the bank of the canyon. It's very hard to do this considering how small her arms are. But she eventually gets the baby up on the bank. The baby is unconscious for whenever he fell in the water. But the bank is slippery, and soon the female falls into the water, which is very deep now. She bursts out of the water and roars. As she's being carried away, she's trying to swim back to the bank, but she cannot. The current is too strong. The baby wakes up, and he follows his mother's cries down the river. The baby is terrified. He does not want to lose his mother, but he cannot see her. He's petrified. He thinks he just might have lost his mother. But out of the water she bursts. The baby roars to her for her to come to the bank, but she can't come. Her foot is stuck on a root, a huge root, and she cannot move. The baby is completely horrified, but now the water has risen up to her neck. The female knows she cannot survive, so she gives one last roar before she falls. The baby is completely nearly shocked. Soon, blood will start rising to the surface, indicating the female has died. The baby is saddened. But there was another natural dam in the way, and of course, just like the one up in the mountains, this one burst too, letting the water drain. The water is draining out of the canyon. After a few minutes, the baby looks up and sees part of his mother. The water is slowly sinking. He roars to her thinking she might be able to hear him. But she does not move. But soon the water will completely move away and reveal her dead body. But what is this? Somehow the female must have survived. She is alive. Oh, she has slipped. She gives a victorious roar. She walks over to the bank where her baby is. The baby is overjoyed that his mother has survived. She is now walking over to the bank. Mother and son are finally back together.